All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
We're a couple of brothers from the GMS Atlanta Church coming back at you with another lesson on the Day of Atonement. You know, first and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son,
Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushua, Ba'Hashem, Chakadash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who we learn this truth from, the true leaders of all Israel, and peace, love, and salutation to you, Akim, that's pushing this truth and truth with sincerity. I'm the brother Aina.
I'm the brother Zakaria.
And we're going to get into this lesson on the Day of Atonement about the Sabbath, because that's one of the things that the Most High Yahweh, Ba'Hashem Yahushua, has commanded us to keep. Mm-hmm. So without further ado, we're going to get into the Sabbath, and Lord willing, you're edified. So we'll start off in that scripture, and you want to get that definition?
Yeah, let's get the definition. Let me see. It's the word Sabbath on the onlineetamon.com. All right. It says 7th day of the week in the Jewish calendar, Saturday. Now, of course, we're going to break it down to you. This is incorrect. All right. It's not every Saturday, which is a Sabbath. Now, you do have people out there in the world who go off of that. But again, Lord willing, this will be edifying because we're going to break it down for you. You know, in the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushua, I'm going to continue on. It says, as observed by the Jews as a day of rest. Now, this part is correct. It's a day of rest. Okay. It says, from secular employment and righteous observance.
Religious.
Religious observance. From Old French, Sabbath, and directly from Latin, Sabbatum. From Greek, Sabbaton. From Hebrew was the Shabbat, okay, or Sabbath in English. It says properly day of rest. There it is again. He rested from labor. All right, we're going to get into how you shouldn't be laboring on that day as well, as far as work, your job. Okay, it says but was not whispered. Okay, cool. That's pretty much all we had on that word right there. Straight to the point.
All right. So yeah, just hit that Genesis.
Genesis 1 and
14.
Yep. This is Genesis 1 and 14. It reads, and the Most High said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years.
All right, now we know in that Genesis 1 and 1, it goes back to Elohim. We're just reading it verbatim, okay, for those of you that don't know. But when you go to Genesis 1 and 1, matter of fact, let's just get it.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I'll just pull this up too. Read it right quick. In the beginning, God, or the correct way, Elohim, the powers, created the heaven and the earth. Go to that word, God right here.
Yeah, it's not Elohim. That's Yiddish.
Yeah, that's Yiddish. You know, the letter J and the E came about the late and early 15 and 1600s. Okay, it's Elohim.
Mm-hmm.
Elohim. All right, and the yum makes it plural.
Right.
Okay, powers. So
you can go down.
Strong's H 430, entry 1. Eloach. Eloach.
It'll be pronounced.
Second entry.
Let me see.
Elohim. Elohim.
So
the third
way,
entry.
Okay, I cut that off. The correct way of saying it would be Elohim. Okay, and it says plural. So it's powers, rulers, judges, divine ones, angels, gods. There's nothing singular about that. Okay. Mm-hmm. God is godlike one. That's pretty much the point. All right. So the powers. Let's go back. So in the beginning, the powers created the heaven and the earth, or we'll say Elohim. Want to go back to that 14 kind.
Yeah, because read verse 14 again, Baba Kasha.
Kind. This is Genesis 1 and 14. And the power said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years.
Yeah, because when we read that definition of Sabbath, it said Jewish calendar. Ain't no Jewish calendar. All right, the Jews we're not Jewish, but the Jews in the Bible, the Israelites didn't have no calendar to be like, okay, this is day 7. Okay, we had signs in the firmaments in the heavens. You know, the moon, man.
Okay.
That's as simple as it gets. The moon lets you know when the Sabbath come in, when the new moon comes in. We're gonna get to that later on as well. But we didn't have no calendar. We didn't have no Julian or Gregorian calendar. That's from the heathen. To let you know, on Friday night or Saturday night, which a lot of Israelites go by. No, we have the moon to establish these different seasons, these different days, all right? These Sabbaths that we come into.
Continuing on in verse 15. And let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth. And it was so. Now, you know, you got a lot of individuals out there who just think so simple, all right? What light today gives light upon the earth? Where does it come from? What's 2 lights that just brighten up the day and brighten up the night? All right, the sun and the moon. Okay, it's going to get into it. And the powers made 2 great lights, the greater light to rule the day, the sun, okay? And the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also, okay? And there is a lesser light at night, which the brother said, the moon. Okay, is it super bright as the sun would be? No. But it'll let you know, as we read up here, it says, and let them be for signs and seasons and for days and years. Okay, because our power, which is Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the whole world, and we call God in Jesus Christ, he used the very things that he created to send messages out, man. All right, signs and wonders. All right, for those who, you know, aware. Okay, but let me see. Yeah, that was pretty much it. I can read verse 17. And the powers set them in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth. So there it is right there. And to rule over the day and over the over the night, to divide the light from darkness. And the powers saw that it was good. All right, basically in their natural order, how the way it was set. Okay. That was pretty much it on that in Genesis.
Okay, so the next scripture.
Want to get to Exodus?
Yeah, Exodus 20.
Okay.
Because this is what the Lord commanded. Matter of fact, start from the top of the show.
Okay. This Exodus 20, start from the top. And the Most High spake all these things, saying, I am the Lord thy power, which is Yahweh, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
So the Israelites came out of bondage from Egypt, and we're in a new Egypt right now. So this is the things that the Most High Yahweh gave to the Israelites. He didn't give it to anybody else. So for all you heathens out there that say the law is done away with and the law, statute, commands are done away with, it wasn't for you in the beginning. Like it mentions in Psalms 47, 19 and 20, he shows his statutes unto Jacob.
Yep.
Right? So this is for Jacob only, the Israelites, all right? The princes of the power.
You got that in Amos 3.
Yep.
Where it says he only chose Israel, so all these is only for the Israelites. The commandments really for us. All right, continuing on. It reads, verse 3, thou shalt have no other gods before me.
Yep.
And that was pretty much the first things we fell from, serving these other gods, man. And that's why we went into captivity in the first place. Under those Egyptians, pharaohs and stuff. It reads, thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is the water under the earth. Because you have individuals like today, they'll look at stars. They say, I'm a Cancer, I'm a Libra. Okay, people will look at the stars and just worship them, make a holiday off of stars. All types of sun worship. They'll see different planets, which we know Esau has this technology to do so, but they'll try to name it and name these planets based off of a god or a philosophy that, same old, man, a Roman god. All right, it says, thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord Yahweh, thy power, am a jealous power, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me. Okay? And showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy power in vain, for the Lord Yahweh will not hold him guiltless that taken his name in vain. And a lot of people do that, okay? Out of anger, out of, emotions. That's why the scriptures heavily say, basically, just to keep it short and simple, don't do things based off how you feel or what you think is right, okay? Everything got to be of the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, okay? Yeah, you have guys in these other camps. I ain't gonna say no names, but they'll actually say, "Don't call on this name."
Yeah.
We're gonna stick to this name, what they gave us, and this only. No, his true name is Yahweh Shem Yahushua. There's no other way around that.
Yeah. Taking the Lord's name in vain don't mean say goddamn. That's the typical Christian rhetoric. Goddamn just means God condemns.
Mm-hmm.
So if you say goddamn, that doesn't mean taking the Lord's name in vain. All right.
Yep.
Just to put that out there for simple-minded Christians.
Yeah, and then I believe vulgar words goes back to a common language.
Yeah.
So that's a common thing. Like if you stub your toe, you're gonna curse. Someone someone harm you in any type of way, break inside your house, they'll arouse you up to get mad. You're gonna use common language. You're gonna use vulgar language. Okay? Though I be rude to you in speech, but we come to you in the spirit. Just roughly paraphrasing it, man. All right, continue on. Verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get that word, Sabbath. It's let me see. Shabbat. Shabbat. And it says Sabbath, Day of Atonement. We are in the Day of Atonement right now as we speak. Mm-hmm. Okay? Sabbath year, week, produce, and Sabbath year. But the main key basically is a day of rest, all right, which was commanded of us. All right? When you should not work, labor, okay? And we're going to continue to get into it.
Yeah, because that goes back to Genesis. I believe it's where the Elohim created what you see in 6,000 years, because one day to the Lord is 1,000 years, and on that seventh day they rested. So he commanded the Israelites to rest on the seventh day.
Mm-hmm. Let me go back. So this is Exodus 20:8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord Yahweh thy power. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. For in the 6 days of the Lord Yahweh made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that in them is, and rested the seventh day, as the brother was going into. So we was working really for 6,000 years, setting everything up. All right, we had the blueprint. Lord willing, would be a part of that number. But basically, we was creating things. All right, making things into existence.
I got a precept right quick. 2 Peter chapter 3. Where was that at, man? 2 Peter 3 and 8. I'll read it. 2 Peter 3 and 8. But beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with the Lord as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as one day. So there you have it. It wasn't just day one, day two. It was 1,000 years, 2,000 years, so on and so forth, man.
Mm-hmm. So that cuts that doctrine. You know the Big Bang Theory. 30 million years ago.
Yeah.
50 million, 500 million. Like
that's a beautiful point.
You be hearing big ass numbers. You be like, man, that's off. Okay.
Because Esau's the devil.
Mm-hmm. So that cuts all that, man. All right. So let's go back to that second
the Exodus.
Yeah, second Exodus. Not second Exodus, but Exodus 2.
I think it was Exodus 20.
Oh, 20. Thwada, bro. We was at 10.
All right, Exodus 20 and 10. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord, thy power, and in it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates.
So basically, just rest, chill out. Okay, there's a balance. You know, you work, and then you rest. All right, you continue on, bro.
Verse 11. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that in them is, and rested the seventh day. For the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. Now we understand we live in America and these other places of captivity. Do you mind getting Judges 5 and 11?
Okay.
We understand that these heathens, especially Esau, Edom, does not uphold the Sabbath. And there's many other Sabbaths in the Bible, like the land Sabbath, where you give the land rest. But this man doesn't uphold what the Bible says. That's why we call him the devil. He's a deceiver. So this is Judges 5 and 11. They that are delivered from the noise of the archers, and pretty soon there's going to be a bunch of archers hit in America in the form of those ICBM missiles. It says in the places of drawing water. That represents slavery, servitude. All right, we're in the land of our captivity, in Babylon the Great, where we have to do these servitude jobs. It says there, so they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord, even the righteous acts towards the inhabitants of his villages in Israel. Then shall the people of the Lord go down to the gate. So we're reversing the righteous acts. Today is the Day of Atonement, and we're rehearsing that. But we're in our captivity, and the point is, if you have to go to work, you got to do what you got to do. All right, we're rehearsing the righteous acts. Now, if you can take off, all right, have a day off, by all means do it. But we rehearse the righteous acts. Some of us have to go to work, all right, in this captivity, man. All right, you know, you still got to pay bills and be subject to payments here in Babylon the Great or wherever you may be at. So we're rehearsing the righteous acts. We're not in our ancient habitat right now. So we rehearse the righteous acts to the best of our ability.
Con. Now you have the word rehearse right here. Pa'al, to recount, rehearse, tell again. Because remember, we got disconnected from our heritage. So we have to learn all these things again. And as a brother was going into, we are in the land of our captivity. So we got to go back and kind of like learn it again and try to keep up with it. Okay, Scripture talks about remembering yourselves. All right, going back, remembering the ways of your forefathers. All right, so that's the important thing. Always going back, rehearsing, remembering, trying to learn, because this Esau, Edom, and these other heathens have cut us off from being a nation.
Right.
Okay. No, it's
That's it on that.
Con. Want to go back to that Exodus 20?
I think we already made the point on that. Let's go to Leviticus 23rd chapter. It's another one.
This is Leviticus 23.
Let's start at one Bible show.
Con. Starting from the top, it reads, "And the Lord Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel."
Yeah, speak unto the children of Israel. When you go to that word children, it goes into Banyam, which means the sons of Israel. All right, he doesn't say the whole world. Okay?
And it says, "And say unto them, concerning the feast of the Lord Yahweh, which ye shall proclaim to be holy
Convocations.
the water, even these are my feast. 6 days shall work be done, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of rest, and holy convocation. Ye shall do no work therein. It is the Sabbath of the Lord Yahweh in all your dwellings."
Yeah, so there it is again. And the Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, gives you the Passover, the Feast of Unleavened Bread, so on and so forth. Day of Atonement.
Yep.
I believe blowing of the trumpets, the Feast of the Tabernacles. And then when you get into the Apocrypha, it gives you Hanukkah, all right? That lets you know that the Apocrypha is faithful and true. It's part of the 1611. So we're at the Day of Atonement today, where we afflict our souls. We don't eat for a period of 24, eat or drink for a period of 24 hours, and we present our body a living sacrifice to the Lord and offering up prayers, especially prayers of mercy, man, to get up out of this captivity that we're in right now.
Mm-hmm. And since you mentioned it, I have it right here. Since we are in the Day of Atonement.
Mm-hmm.
So it says, and the Lord Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, verse 27, also on the 10th day of this 7th month, because we are in the 7th month, man. And how do we know that? According to the moon, which we're going to get into. Okay, new moon represents a new month. Okay, so it says also on the also on the 10th day of this 7th month, there shall be a day of atonement. It shall be an holy convocation unto you, and ye shall afflict your souls, and offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord Yahweh. And ye shall do no work in that same day, for it is a day of atonement, to make an atonement for you before the Lord Yahweh your power.
Mm-hmm.
For whosoever soul it be shall not be afflicted, and that same day he shall be cut off from amongst his people.
Yeah, this is serious business that we in with this Day of Atonement, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you look at our people. Today is Labor Day, and people are probably stuffing their faces and lighting up the grill. But you know, if brothers and sisters come into the fold, the Most High is going to forgive them of their ignorance, like it mentions in Acts 17 and 30. But the 2/3 of our people, they not trying to hear the words of the Lord. They're not trying to hear that it's the Day of Atonement, and you need to ask for forgiveness of your sins. They're gonna ask they ratchet pastor what it is, and your pastor can't tell you about the Day of Atonement either, man.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So we're in the Day of Atonement, right? And hey, if you can to your best of your ability, man, shoot, like the apostles say, hey, call off work, man, because I mean, from speaking from experience, man, one time I did it and it wasn't pleasant, but the Lord got me through it. So, you know, like we said, it's another Sabbath day. But yeah, let's hit that Sirach 43rd chapter.
Okay. It had more here too about the atonement. This is on verse 30. Whosoever soul it be that doeth any work in that same day, the same soul will I destroy from among his people. All right, that's how serious it is that the brother was going into. Ye shall do no manner of work. It shall be a how do you pronounce that word?
Statue,
the water. Forever throughout your generations and all your dwellings. It shall be unto you a Sabbath of rest, and ye shall afflict your souls in the 9th day of the month at evening, from evening unto evening. See, evening unto evening. Even the Sabbath is evening to evening.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? 24 hours, all right? Not 15, not 12, okay? A whole day. It says, shall ye celebrate your Sabbath? And even how Esau set up things in this society, you know, waking up at 6, 7, 8, that's kind of off too. All right, because back then our people are known to wake up even earlier to start their day off. You know, whatever the case might be. But you said you wanted that Sirach?
Yeah, Sirach 43.
Kind. Yeah, we here.
All right, this is Sirach chapter 43, verse 5. Great is the Lord that made it, and that at his commandment it runneth hastily. He made the moon also to serve in her season for a decoration of times and a sign of the world.
Yeah, and that word declaration goes into declare, all right, to let it be known. All right. So we got this word moon. This is the word moon on the onlineetamon.com, which is the noun. It says heavenly body which revolves about the earth monthly. So keep that in mind. So each month it comes back to its to where it began at. All right.
Mm-hmm.
It says let me see. It says moon. Oh, you got it.
Now let's say the new moon isn't the full moon, as the apostles and elders have done many times.
Mm-hmm. And even on the full moon, that's the Sabbath. All right. You have the new moon. Then you have the beginning of that half right there, you know, which is called waxing and waning. Okay, so you have a new moon, then you have a half a moon, then a full moon. Then once it begins to dwell down, it goes back to a half a moon, and back to a new moon, again, which represents a new month. Okay, but this it says moon right here, and it says what? Month. Okay, so really our months go based off the moon.
Yeah, it ain't based off no Julian Gregorian calendar. But we're in captivity with this devil, and he gives you extra days because roughly in our months it was about 29.5 days or 29 days. This devil gives you 30, 31. He's adding to the times and laws as it mentions in Daniel 8:25. Daniel 7:25. All right, he's adding to the time. He had a Gregorian calendar, and he had other calendars where it was day 1 through 4, and the next day was day 15. That don't make no sense.
He's known for that. All right, here it is. It's the first day of the month. Then the next day, you're at the last day of the month. It's some crazy. They was known for skipping months too. Certain months got added. Certain, you know, all types of wickedness, man. All right, that's the devil for you. He's perverse. It says moon. It says men month. It says to measure. Cause remember, we read on to declare. So to measure the times diligently. All right. We knowing how the moon is. We knowing what time we're in. We would know if there is a Sabbath on this day, and the next day is no Sabbath. Okay. It says in reference to the moon's phases. See, her seasons. That goes to those phases, man. All right, so we just read it right here. It says, "Great is the Lord." Matter of fact, this is Sirach 43, starting at verse 5. "Great is the Lord that made it, and at his commandment it runneth hastily. He made the moon also to serve in her season." All right. Hey, the moon and the sun actually declares what season you in too, what month you in, everything. Whether it be daytime outside or nighttime, we already went through it. Okay. It says for declaration of times and a sign of the world. Yes. As of lately, we've been seeing blood moons.
Right.
All right. Even half of blood moons. It's just always blood moons now. Okay. And you have what's called full moons. All right, where it turns super bright. Well, they have different names like wolf moons, a blue moon, so to speak. So there's different phases, but we already know. Usually when we see these phases, it be something happening throughout the world. Right. All right. Certain blood moons come, then the next day it be a famine. It may not be in Babylon the Great now, which really is America. Okay, but it might be over there in China.
Yeah.
Okay, it might be somewhere in South Africa.
Yeah.
A great famine or a mass shooting.
Yeah.
All right, right after a blood moon.
Yeah. We had the eclipse this year, the lunar eclipse this year, where everybody can see it in America. But 2017 there was another eclipse, and then 3 years later it was this pandemic that so-called hit the world. So we don't know what's going to happen. You know, just speaking as a man, it could be the time of that MOTB. You know, years of maybe 2-3 years or whatever the time the Lord has it. So the Lord is showing different signs with the moon, as he mentions in Acts the 2nd chapter, man.
Then it says, from the moon, it's the sign of feast.
Man, that goes back to Leviticus 23rd chapter. Those feasts, right? It wasn't no calendar. Oh yeah, this is the day. This is this day right here. You know what I'm saying?
And it says the light that decreaseth in her perfection. All right. In other words, waxing, waning. If I'm saying that right. It says the month is called after her name, increasing wonderfully in her changing. All right, which the phases again, being an instrument of the armies above, shining to the firmament of heaven. Hey, you even had the Aztecs. They would look at the moon or the stars, whatever the case might be, and they would say, hey, you know, this might be the perfect time to go to war. All right, because you didn't really want to fight on the Sabbath day and stuff like that, so you had to rearrange certain things. Okay, so hey, this is the perfect time to do this. This is the perfect time to make that. All right, we are in this month. This is a celebration. all right, and the word get out, okay? And that was what your Shush card was known for too. It says the montheth is called after her name, all right? New month, a new moon, a new month, okay? The months follow after the moon. It's an order.
That's so simple a baby can understand that, man.
Yeah. It says increasing wonderfully in her changing, being an instrument of the armies above, shining in the firmament of heaven, the beauty of heaven, the glory of the stars, an ornament, I believe that says giving light in the highest places of the Lord. So that was basically the point right there, man.
Yeah.
A new moon, a new month. The moon tells you when it is a Sabbath and when there isn't a Sabbath. Okay? And also for signs in heaven, it turns super, super red, all right? Or it can get really, really bright and bluish looking. Okay, a bright color. That's also a sign too. And the scriptures talks about blood moons as well.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah, so since we established that, let's get to some more do's and don'ts on the Sabbath, because it says, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. So you mind hitting that, what was that one, Isaiah 58?
Let me see. Yeah, we'll just pull it up.
Yeah, Isaiah 58, I think starting at verse 13, I believe. Because don't believe them other camps when it comes to certain things concerning the Sabbath. Okay? This is the Lord's day. It ain't your day. Okay? It ain't our day to begin with anyways. All right? Because the scriptures say man's goings is of the Lord.
Okay. This is Isaiah 58, starting at verse 13. Excuse me. It reads, if thou turn away thy foot from the Sabbath, from doing thy pleasure on my holy day. Now, what brings a man pleasure? Okay? Pleasure can go into cooking. Cooking can be a pleasurable thing. And having sex can be a pleasurable thing.
Right.
All right? Think about that. If thou turn away thy foot from the Sabbath, from doing thy pleasure on my holy day, and call the Sabbath a delight, the holy day of the Lord Yahweh honorable, and shall honor him, not doing thy own ways, nor finding thy own pleasure, nor speaking of thy own words.
So there's no knocking the boots on the Sabbath.
Yeah,
That's clear as day. It says not doing thy own ways.
Kind. Let's get that word pleasure.
So yeah, these other camps that say you can do this and that and the third, they're not reading the scriptures. They don't have a full understanding. They don't. That's clear as day right there.
That's the word pleasure on the online okay? .com. It reads source of enjoyment. All right? You know, when you're knocking boots, that can be a joyful time for you, whatever the case might be. All right? Cooking is very therapeutic, if I'm saying that right. All right? That can also be enjoyable as well. It says pleasing quality or thing. All right? You know, you might have a chick you like. She's probably looking good quality for you. All right? You ain't supposed to be, knocking the boots. That which pleases or gratifies the senses or the mind. All right? And what causes a man to, let it off? His senses, his mind. You into it. All right? That's simple to the point. It says enjoyment, delight, desire. It says will. So it's in your attentions. It says to please, give pleasure, be approved. So someone's pleasing you and you giving back the pleasure. All right. So going back to that Isaiah, right?
Yeah, Isaiah 58.
And I think we have 14. Oh, you want to reread 13?
Yeah, just reread 13.
Okay.
It's just so clear. You know.
This is Isaiah 58 and 13. If thou turn away thy foot from the Sabbath, from doing thy pleasure on my holy day, and call the Sabbath a delight, the holy of the Lord Yahweh honorable, and shall honor him.
You're supposed to honor the Most High, right, on this day. Whether you read or study or pray, do lessons, you're supposed to honor the Most High on this day.
Kind. It says honorable and shall honor him. It says not doing thy own ways.
Yeah, not getting freak nasty on this day. That's doing your own will, man. You got 6 other days to do that.
Nor finding thy own pleasure, nor speaking thy own words. And it always go back to you. All right? Because it keeps saying own. It's you. You decided to do this. You decided to do that. Okay? And it was a pleasurable thing to you, which you should not do. Okay? It says, then shalt thou delight thyself in the Lord, Yahweh, and I will cause thee to ride upon the high places of the earth, and feed thee with the heritage of Jacob my father, for the mouth of the Lord Yahweh hath spoken it. So that was just straight to the point. All right, do an honorable thing to the Lord, keep it holy. All right, stay in your lane and honor Him, and you'll be blessed. Okay, just that pleases the Lord. If you please the Lord, hey, the next day your enemy's gonna be at peace with you. All right, you might get a little bit more, shaquayim, all right, money, whatever the case might be. Not saying it's all about money and working, but you'll never know. Blessings come in a lot of different ways, man.
That's right.
For each man. Okay?
All right.
But that was it on that 14.
Let's go to Exodus 16 and verse 23.
Con.
All right, Exodus 16 and verse 23. And it reads, and he said unto them, and he said unto them, that is that which the Lord have said, tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath unto the Lord. Bake that which you will bake today, and sieve that you will sieve, and that which remaineth over lay up for you to be kept until the morning. All right, so coming to the Sabbath, all right, you can cook before the Sabbath, but you don't want to be in that spirit of just cooking. Now, sometimes, hey, we're in the flesh. We rehearse the righteous acts. Sometimes you might not know it's a Sabbath. We're in this flesh that's prone to sin.
Stony hearts.
Yeah. Some days it might be like you forgot. But if you to the best of your ability, the Sabbath's coming in, you want to make all the preparations that you can. You make sure you cook before sundown. Hey, what I've noticed when things happen like that, you cook some food and it'll still be good the morning after. That's what it's saying too. It'll be straight the morning after, man. Something as easy as making a sandwich. You don't even have to cook doing that. You can get some loaves of bread, some meat. I would prefer some kale or some spinach, some tomatoes, something like that. Make a salad, something like that. So there's things that you can do besides firing up the grill. Like I said, we in the Sabbath right now, and Jake is about to go blaze it down for so-called Labor Day, man. So these are one of the things in the Sabbath that you're not to do, not to cook. All right. I think there's another one in Exodus 35 and 3.
All right. This is Exodus 35, starting at verse 3. Ye shall kindle no fire throughout your...
Matter of fact, start at verse 1. Slocky.
Con. This is Exodus 31, starting from the top. And Moses gathered all the congregation of the children of Israel together, and said unto them, these are the words which the Lord Yahweh have commanded, that ye should do them. 6 days shall work be done, but on the 7th day there shall be to you an holy day. Now, does it says every Saturday? No. The Sabbath don't mean, you have individuals out there who think the word Sabbath means Saturday. No. Okay? Because remember, we broke it down. The Sabbath is based off the moon, man. Okay? So what is every Saturday is coming from? That's just a philosophy. All right?
That's from,
lack of understanding.
Yeah, that's from the so-called Jew, basically.
Yeah.
That's his Sabbath. He's trying to, here it is, he's trying to be like you, but he's trying to tell you how the Sabbath is. That doesn't make any sense, man.
Yeah, and we just read it, and Moses gathered all the congregation of the children of Israel together. It's only for Israel. So if somebody else come in trying to tell you how it is, and they ain't right, okay? It says 6 days shall work be done, but on the 7th day there shall be to you an holy day, a Sabbath of rest to the Lord. Whosoever doeth work therein shall be put to death. Ye shall kindle no fire throughout your habitations upon the 7th day.
So yeah, there you have it. Kindle no fire. Fire up the grill, light up the stove. Now, like I said, it happens. All right, we're in this flesh, but we are to rehearse the righteous acts to the best of our ability. All right. So I think that's pretty much it. Unless you got any closing precepts or comments.
That was actually pretty to the point. Just keep the Sabbath to the best of your ability. All right, and once you continue to keep the Sabbath, it should flow. You're gonna know when's the Sabbath. All right, if you don't know when's the Sabbath, just look up at the moon. If you can't find the moon, more than likely it might be a new month, a new moon, which again states that it is a Sabbath.
And I believe too, correct me if I'm wrong, there's certain moon apps you can look at.
Yeah, there's certain moon apps you can look at, but really you don't even need that. The moon tells it all.
Right.
All right, new moon, no moon, which is a Sabbath and a new month. Okay, a half a moon, a Sabbath. A full moon, another Sabbath. Another half a moon, a Sabbath. When it's going back down, dwelling back down, all right, then it turns into what? A new moon. Okay? As far as waxing and waning. Okay? But yeah, man, that's pretty much it. You want to close us out?
Yeah, so a Lord willing, that was edifying. First and foremost, once again, we want to give all praises to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son,
Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushua, Ba'Hashem, Hakodash.
Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace, love, and salutation to you, Akim, that's pushing this truth and truth sincerity. To the next time, Shalom.
Shalom.